Hello, adventurers, and welcome to Roll for Bluff. I am Sam. I play Calmine, the Tiefling Roguelocke, in our Bards Noble campaign. To my far left, we have Tristan, who plays Storm Thunderfist. I almost said Storm Thunderfist.
Storm Thunderfist.
Next to him is Chris, who plays our Shifter Solomon. And to my right, we have our wonderful Supervisor and our Dungeon Master, Brandon. And they'll be joining me tonight as my co-hosts, as well as my emotional support pets. In tonight's episode, Severe Storm.
We're real bad at our jobs.
Meow. Oh god, so many cats. Meow.
You have a problem.
Yeah.
So,
it's not with the cats.
where we left off after last episode, the group was in a bit of a
Shamble?
splinter fight.
Wreck?
Just sad.
Chris had you had just dropped your darkness. We were all sitting there in the room.
Sad.
Yeah.
And Morena casts Calm Emotions
In an attempt.
to try to calm emotions. To which everybody except for Soren chose to fail.
Everyone was like,
I'm good
Let's
with
be calm.
I'm good with calm.
Soren failed though.
He failed,
He failed.
so it didn't really make a difference.
So we were still arguing, but
In
Calmer?
calmer tones?
calmly arguing.
Which, in theory, should have helped.
In theory.
But it didn't.
It didn't. We
Well, I mean, you
tried.
can have calm emotions, but I think still disagree. If you disagree,
Yes, you can.
disagree.
Yes.
But most people believe calm emotions get further in progress. Not retract progress.
Yes. And it got to the point where Soren and Cal were still arguing, and Solomon left, and Morena left, and Lyran got up and left, because when Mom and Dad argue, it's not fun.
No one wants to be there for that.
No.
No one wants to be part of the fight.
We were still under the calm emotion spell.
Yeah, we were just continuing to disagree on point of view.
And it got to the point where Cal was like, you know what?
Because then the spell ended.
No, this was beforehand.
A little bit later that happened.
A little bit later that
When
happened.
we all went downstairs.
Because Cal said, you know what? Okay, you take the party reins, you make the decisions. Because you clearly don't trust me, so go on ahead. Make
That's not what I wanted.
It wasn't. He wanted it to be a group vote between people.
Well, that's not how it went, so we can move moving on.
And after that, Cal left again. So,
And Soren was all by himself.
Just stayed in the room.
yes, Soren stayed in the room.
Yeah.
And then Cal went downstairs, and
Everyone was doing something.
everyone was doing
They
something.
were helping pick up stuff.
That's true, yeah.
And
Just
then
drop stuff.
Cal was like,
Poor
what do you
Greg.
guys want to do today? And nobody really had any suggestions.
So,
Well, in Solomon's defense, he's new to the town. He doesn't know
Yeah.
anything.
and Cal was like,
Alcohol?
a car. What are we doing today? And you didn't really do much. You guys actually
Yeah.
didn't do anything. You're like
Yeah.
alcohol, and I was like, I don't want to do anything. We're just
Yeah.
gonna chill for the day. So you spent the rest of the day chilling at the place.
That's
And
right.
then we pretty much just went to sleep. Overnight, Cal had a little psychic vision from Azazel.
Who was like, get it together, girl.
And Cal was like, I'm trying!
Do better.
I'm trying!
Your mom's good, by the way.
Thanks.
No problem. See you
Sounds
later.
It's like a real
Bye.
conversation with a parent.
Bye, Dad.
It's like your dad like yelling, like, get your life together. I'm trying, Dad. Do it better. I'm trying. Your mom says hi. Hi, Mom.
Bye, third dad.
And then the following morning, you had a lovely little interaction with your niece.
Yeah. Yeah. So of course
The mace of chillness.
Mace.
in the wee hours of the morning I always get a greeting from my mace.
Also at night, but
Twilight, if you
Twilight, so
anytime during twilight, dawn or dusk, but
Yeah, dawn or dusk.
over the night, it was just like no one wanted to do anything.
and I always love how the mace makes himself known.
It reminds me of
Good
the
morning.
doors from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They give you a refreshing sigh every time they open and close.
Yeah, he just wakes up though. He's just waking up and he's
Yeah.
like, "Good morning, my cleric."
And so
Oh, hey.
I decided to take my mace out of the room so that
We're not having this conversation here.
yeah. Because
you're the only one that hears it, but when you speak to it, you speak out loud, right?
right. I can reveal it to you as we saw in a couple
You
episodes
didn't want to
ago.
do that.
Yeah. I just wanted to know. I wanted to get some wisdom from a hunk of steel.
Oh, weapon of holy power.
Does that mean I failed as a DM that you need to believe that a hunk of steel can guide you, or I have succeeded in making the real world so real that this magical hunk of steel can give you more insight?
Vote now.
Yeah.
Let me know, please.
I mean, it's a magical twilight mace bestowed on him
It's
from
still a
Bill.
hunk of steel.
Cal looks at her weapons.
What
should I do?
You act like that's not something a sword would have done at some point. Like, hello, hammer. Do I hit it? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll hit it.
You just moved your hand.
It's
Doesn't
just a
matter.
sword like
The hammer has spoken.
So you went into the next room down.
Yeah.
You walked in, and what was it?
It was Hakar's office.
Dun dun.
I mean,
As
yes,
Hakar is awake downstairs making breakfast,
he's
singing,
making the stew.
"You don't
He's
put
singing.
eyeballs in the stew, because
No,
eyeballs
no.
are not delicious."
Nobody likes eyeballs. So yeah, everyone was like,
It's a
wait,
delightful tune.
he's not a musician.
Yeah.
No, he
It's
runs a
beautiful.
bazaar.
So you talked to your mace.
Yes.
Your mace gave you insight a little bit
Yeah, a
from
little bit of
what it
insight.
can, being a mace that's not omnipotent.
Yeah. But I'm still kind of left feeling like, what is my role in this group?
The healer.
Or
Metaphysically, his role.
More than just a tool.
You are the heels.
you are a Zeely Healy.
A Zeely Healy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm in this room.
Might as well look at it.
Let's see if I can find something useful. So now Solomon has heard about these mysterious postmen, right?
You
And
technically met one.
Yeah,
but you
I've met one.
you never really work with him.
Yeah.
yeah. And so like I'm kind of like getting mixed reviews here because like Ewan seems like a nice guy and he's a postman, but apparently the postmen have stolen an artifact from
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
It might be that.
Allegedly. There's no proof.
They did it.
They're not gonna sue us. They're not
Allegedly.
The DM might.
My created organization allegedly stole. Thank you.
Keep in mind
The
that
DM may not be held
that
responsible for the actions
organization
of
has
the...
now been infiltrated by the formerly known as White Talon.
Allegedly.
The White Talon is now part of it.
So allegedly they did it, but maybe they didn't do it. But off the record, they totally did it. So
100%.
So Solomon started looking around the room, specifically for postman
Related in things.
Yes.
And you found stuff.
Yeah, I found a letter that sat atop a box, and it had the postman insignia on it, which of course I had seen because Ewan had it emblazoned upon his shoulder. So
He's a delivery man, and that's what their signal is.
yeah. So listen, it's a wrapped up box, and Hakar is a scary man. He's a jolly man. But
he is
terrifying.
He is he's over 7 feet tall.
He's
elephant.
almost as tall as you.
Yeah. He's a almost 8 foot tall loxodon.
he's already threatened to gore me once.
If you break your
So-
contract. He's written it down and you've agreed upon it.
So anyway, I'm now in his office about to rifle through his things. As you do.
Smart call.
Yeah.
Oh, D&D, how I love you.
And so I did.
Should I?
You didn't
and
do
then
terrible.
I did.
No, you actually
Yeah.
did pretty well. Thanks.
Well, except you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
And you
alright.
crinkled the box a little bit.
Great.
But inside the box was a mysterious stone tablet.
About...
Itty bitty
About the
tablet.
size of your phone.
About the size of one of these lovely acrylic blocks.
that you can buy on Redbubble.
Redbubble.
DNDROLECAL.com.redbubble.com.
Link in the description below.
So much merch.
Anyway, continue.
I'm the only one that merch.
Yeah, I was looking for other merch.
Sorry, shameless
It's
self-promotion.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Bay's shirt.
So yeah, upon this stone tablet was written writing that
In some language you didn't understand.
I couldn't even guess at it, and my mace couldn't help me either.
I can't read
You couldn't even write it.
Yeah,
You failed.
I tried to write it
That
down.
was your, what, number
That
2
was-
that you wrote?
Yeah.
I was like, if I roll a nat 1,
See, I figured
It's a
instead of
2.
not being able to recreate, I thought you were gonna have it so like the ink spilled all over it or something.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't fail. You just couldn't get it right.
yeah.
It was a good try.
It was a good try, Chris.
So
I was smart rather than be like, guys, I found this. And
So I,
what?
I decided to kind of like give up the ghost a little bit, and I wrapped the package back up, put it back where it was, and I walked back out into the hallway.
To which your friendly
Morena.
neighborhood Marina was like, "Hi."
She had woken up and had kind of heard Solomon mumbling to himself.
And so
We kind of retconned that because she has horrible passive
she,
perception.
she
yeah,
just was
yeah.
looking around and was like, "Where did he go? Everyone else is
no,
inside."
yeah, because she had saw him leave because she woke
Yeah.
up early as well, and he was like gone for a while. And she was like, "Where did he
Gonna go
Yeah.
look for him.
And so out on the landing, you just come out and you're like, "Huh?"
And she's like,
And I didn't really convince her that I was, doing something innocent. I mean, I convinced her well enough, but
But while you were talking, someone else woke up.
Cal woke up. And Cal was like, "What are you guys doing?"
nothing. Can I talk to you?
yes,
Hey, buddy,
yeah.
Beverly. That room over there is nothing. Cal, not being an idiot, goes,
You're lying.
"What'd you do?"
I have a +0 on deception.
If it makes you feel any better, I only have a +1 on insight.
Makes you feel any better? I have a -1 on deception.
I feel better.
I have a +12 on deception.
Uh,
If it makes you feel worse.
You can't tell when people are lying to you. You can lie, but you're like, "Are
Makes
you
you
lying?"
feel worse.
So
I'm good at
I
it.
think that I actually just got really lucky with my roll. I rolled like an 18. So it was-
Yeah.
yeah.
So I pulled Cal into the Hakar's office because that was the only private room
And
available.
Cal was like,
And I was like, Morena, do you want to give us some privacy?
And she was like, "Yeah, sure, totally."
And
Scout's
then-
honor. Too
And
bad
didn't
I'm not
do
a
that.
scout.
and rolled good enough on her stealth as we
Yeah.
shut the door to like listen behind the door.
Right.
To which you were like,
I spilled the beans.
you
I
were
was
like,
like,
I have a confession.
I did a bad kid thing.
This room became
clerics, man.
This gave me a confession.
Father, please forgive me.
No.
To a tiefling.
Right?
So,
Uh,
you spilled the beans and you were like, "Can I see it?" And then you were like, "I'm just gonna
I
open
wanna
it."
see this thing. Now, Cal's reasoning was, okay, Hakar's pretty friendly to Cal. I don't think he would like hurt her just for opening a box. So
Would
I'll
he?
take my chances.
He might be a little grumpy.
I mean, he
but
might be grouchy, but
He's not
Just
going to gore
gores
you.
yeah, exactly. I didn't think that was
innately gores you.
Alright. So Cal opened the box and was like, yep, that's a tablet all right. Nope, I can't read it. Who can read
Hey,
things?
Lyran, can you read things? No.
And then we find out, because we hear from the other side of the door, I have a confession to make. And there's
this
Morena.
whole time.
Open the door. Yes, my child.
I'm open for business. Please come in.
I can read things.
Step
Lucky
into
for
my
us.
office.
Please step into my car. Wait a minute.
When did I get you?
When did I become psychiatric? Well, I am not professional.
Meanwhile, all this is going on, and a car song has changed from being about eyeballs and stew to being about like I kill anyone in my office.
And no one didn't do
And
it.
Cal's like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
So Morena was like, I can read that. So she read it.
And lo and behold, there was a cryptic prophecy.
There's something about darkness and something about
Chosen ones.
chosen ones
And the moon
about
disappearing.
The moon disappearing. Cal
Oh,
was
man.
like,
The walls
"Ah,
could be mad.
And then
sounds bad.
sounds real bad. And then it says, "Beware," and that's it.
Now,
Beware the
at this point, Cal reached out to Soren because Cal had said in the past, we'll let Soren make some decisions. And Soren ignored Cal.
He said, "Do what you want."
Yeah. There was a lot Awkward silence.
Interesting choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cal was like, okay, I guess I will talk to Hikar, to which Soren kind of was like, well, maybe just start by asking him about the postman. Which I was like, all right, fair enough.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, rather than, hey, I opened the box.
So we go downstairs. We enjoy a lovely stew breakfast with Hikar.
Deliciously.
Eyeball
delicious.
free. It was great.
Yes.
And Cal was like, so, do you know the postman?
Duh.
Fair enough.
They are people. Yeah, they
I
post.
work with them.
Oh,
But-
good. So you know that we went into your office. I went into your office.
But why?
I
Oh, no, my
wanted to
office was
have a
unlocked.
conversation with my good buddy Solomon.
Uh-huh.
And I saw that there's a little note on top of a little package. And the Shakar was like, you opened it.
I'm not dumb. You're getting to the
Yeah.
point where you say you open.
And I was like, yes,
need
I
better
sure did.
security.
Sure did open it.
I need lock.
And he wasn't surprised. He's like, you did steal from me. I shouldn't be surprised you're going to look through my stuff.
It's his own fault for not. I was like, I didn't lock the doors.
Mortal wounds drinking the Cal's decency.
I know.
To which he explained what it was, why he got it,
Yeah.
and he was going to give it to the postman because they're trying to get as many artifacts as to do with these chosen group. He can't read it. They just told him about it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's how it works. And it's in the
Allegedly, they stole from somewhere else.
But secretly the White Talon.
So
That's my theory.
I mean, because in all
That's
reality,
real fast.
it's not that surprising that they would be
It's Marsh.
picking up like artifacts and whatnot. And they trade in information.
yep, and but they have specifically to find things about these chosen ones, whoever they are.
And then after that, Cal was like, wait, other thought. Do you know what's going on at the docks? Well, they're not having any guards there tonight.
Just glad you remembered that.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, I guess I know stuff.
And Cal was like, okay, what kind of stuff? And Car was like, why? Cal was
Are
like,
you going to the docks?
we might have a job there.
You're doing dumb things, Calmine.
Because we delved more into that. He was just like, yeah, there's stuff going on there.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
people don't want to be there. You shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
No one's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, where can I get alcohol?
Cal was like, where can I get
Priorities.
alcohol? Where can I buy alcohol? Well, then Cal went through her list. She started with important, not so important,
So then
really important.
then really important.
so you went. You were told about the cheese bottom apothecary.
Yes, the cheese.
It was, do you
bottom
want alcohol
apothecary.
or medicinal
Medicinal
alcohol?
alcohol.
And I was like, wait,
What's medicinal alcohol?
wait a minute. That's a thing.
It is here.
Yeah. So then
Only in
Cal,
Selbin.
Lyran, and Morena, the
The ladies, they went to the cheese bottom apothecary, which,
The
as we
CBA.
found out, which is the CBA.
The CBA store.
The
CBA
Totally
store.
not affiliated with any other alphabetical store.
I think it was a happy accident. To be
That was a
honest.
very
That
happy
was a
accident.
very happy accident.
That is
yeah.
absolutely hilarious. Because technically, it would be just a CA. Because I imagine Cheese Bottom is
Cheese
the
bottom
last name.
hyphenated.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
Cheese bottom.
Oh, I thought it was. Just...
CBA.
So that means someone in that family is named Cheese, and someone else's is Bottom. I'm Bob Bottom.
I'm Charlie Cheese.
I'm Charlie Cheese and Bob Bottom.
You just gotta watch the stream and see my face as I'm like,
The dots are like,
I get it.
and we're like,
Oh,
yeah, totally. That's what I meant to do.
that's why I'm the supervisor.
So we go to the cheese bottom apothecary, and
You meet Marjorie Cheese Bottom.
who was like, "What can I help you with?" And Cal's like, "This is all alcohol."
No, it's
I'm in heaven.
It's medicine
Right.
for your
Medicine.
ear and liver.
Which is ironic because it does very much, like, despite the fact it's a CVA, it very much feels like an ABC store.
Yes.
Which, with also getting medicinal things, you bought.
Oh yeah. I tried to cheer Soren up, because I was left behind. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go get whiskey for Cal.
You don't know her that well yet, but
You
here,
have problems.
here soon you're gonna be like, I have to enable her to get
It's true,
progress.
'cause we
So-
haven't seen Solomon actually drink anything yet, so we don't know if he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I like
The
ale. or anything.
sacrificial wine.
Yeah, he smoked some sweetgrass and
Apparently that's
Yeah,
not
it's real hard.
sacrilege.
I think he was almost forced to with a car.
yeah,
So you bought some beard oil.
yeah. Which, contrary to real life, Solomon actually doesn't have a beard.
He's just covered in hair.
Yeah, he has hair everywhere else. So he just started lathering
Putting it on, and Rory was like, "How much would that put you on?" I filled my hand with it.
Just like a palmful.
Cars Bazaar was not affiliated with anything. Any injury, death, or missing of limbs.
Missing a limb.
We're covered.
But I thought beard oil might cheer up Sorn because he has a beard, and that's about all Solomon knows about him so far. He's a big guy with big beard.
And someone was like, I have mead. This is beard oil.
Nice. So yeah, you put that on. You went back upstairs.
Mistakes were made.
But you didn't know that. You're
Yeah,
like,
not
it smells
yet.
like banana. And they're like, yeah.
So we're going back over to Cheese Bottom.
Yeah.
You were like, I want to buy whiskey. I want to buy that whiskey, the really expensive one.
The really gold.
Because you did
genuine.
really well with that perception
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
So she was like, okay.
So I bought it, and then she was like, "Is there anything else anybody wants?" And you're like,
Morena was like, I want perfume to make Cal and other people find me attractive. Which everyone was like,
it's not hard.
Cal?
I was going to say, the
Yeah.
two most attractive characters, like, not finding
What's
each other.
happening? Yeah.
When there was like, you have the perfume. It's just vodka. It's just vodka.
Which
Yeah.
also works.
That's what I said.
You smell like fun.
Smell like vodka. It's beautiful.
Just
The
want to
spirits
drink
within.
you up.
Tall,
After a
grassy
little bit
fuck.
of, conversating, she was like, I can teach you a really cool thing.
I can teach you
Kind of like,
fireball.
there's
Fireball!
And you were like, what do I have to do for it? You have to drink and left and came back with a jug about that big,
Oh,
Yes.
man.
full of
Alcohol.
mystery liquid.
Which went okay.
Yours went the worst.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
went the worst. I mean, granted, out of the three of us, I had the lowest con save throw, but I mean, it still wasn't my worst save throw, so it should have gone better. But I drank it, and then Miranda was like, "I'll try it."
Your body, your face and eyes and
Yeah.
throat and stomach went numb.
And when Miranda started drinking it, Cal was like, "I need this cleansing stone."
my body is
immediately."
shutting down.
So Cal was like, "Cleanse me, stone," and it was fine.
I'll never drink this ever again. I have found the one bad alcohol. You hurt me.
Now, I think it's interesting because I think with Morena, I think with the way she's acting now, it's because she has that freedom now.
Yeah.
She's
She wants
doing
to do
anything and
everything she can.
Yeah.
which is definitely a very. It's a great way to think of it. Like someone who's been enslaved for
A long time.
a long time to all of a sudden be like,
Right.
I'm free. Yes, I'll drink that. Yes, I'll go do that. We're gonna go do something cool. I don't have to worry about any permission. Yay!
Yeah.
So she did it and only got a little numb.
Yep. And then Lyran did it.
Boom.
And Lyran killed it.
I was like, this is
Because as
nothing.
a
And
fighter-
Marjorie was like, "Well, you are very worthy."
Come on, I'll teach you the secret of Fireball.
And so she taught us Fireball.
Which is a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah. What
Now-
she called Fireball.
A little backstory about this. About a few months ago, I had put something out on Facebook about people getting giving us like NPC ideas, and I said that I would build them, and potentially we might use them in one shot or a campaign. And one of my relatives actually suggested Marjorie Cheesebottom, who was a halfling who sort of dressed very oddly and like a lot of scars, and it was very weird, but also used the spell Fireball. And I think Brandon and I just found that very interesting.
It's amazing to think about that. I cast fire. Look over there. It's Fireball. Ah! It's a
And it's
Molotov
just
cocktail.
Molotov cocktail.
You just literally caught someone on fire through high alcohol content.
Yeah. So we decided that he decided at some point that this was going to be
It
implemented.
had to be.
I have
Yeah.
been waiting months for this moment.
She's been in Selbin
The
the
second
entire time.
Cheese Bottom's name was mentioned as a player, I was like, oh no, here it comes.
I was so happy.
And she gave you each 3 bottles and enough stuff to cast Fireball 3 times.
Yes.
Yay.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if Cal drank it first before she got a chance to do it.
Well,
Ooh,
that's
hyper.
why I wanted to restock my whiskey.
You have no idea what bottle it is. You can only assume it is the stuff you drank.
Mm.
You have to respect the Fireball
Right,
to
before
use
you
the
throw it.
Fireball.
I am assuming
Yes.
that's not stuff that I would want to drink again.
No.
Yeah.
It's like
So we
It's
got
like gasoline
We got
level.
our Fireball. We can now cast Fireball.
Until
and
Neil is
started making our way to Zulto's. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, back at the Hakar's Hall of Bazaar.
Yeah, so Hakar had. I should say a little backtracking. After Cal's conversation with Hakar kind of cornered me and gave me the third degree about Cal, and I started to learn more about who Cal is and the whole Titavillis situation, and Solomon being a cleric isn't a fan.
Too keen on that.
Yeah.
Could be worse though.
So
It could be worse. I don't know, like Shalik saying, we should probably kill Cal.
So with Sorn in the pit of despair and Cal being the daughter of a demon,
Mom was just like, what am I doing? How could this happen to me?
Yes.
Hello, darkness, my old what?
hello, twilight, my old friend.
But after that conversation, Hakar was like, "You helped me restock shelves," and I was like, "Okay." So when we rejoined us,
You'd finished.
I had just finished, and so I was like, I gotta try again to cheer Sorn up, and was yet again unsuccessful, and actually had 0 response from Sorn.
As a storm began to roll in.
Yeah,
Dun dun dun.
a severe storm.
If you will.
That's the title of this episode.
Oh my god!
It's like
It's like a movie when they say the name of it in the middle of it.
out when we say that.
So
It's like we played the
you
session.
were heading to Zoldos when it began to,
Right.
and then you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had a spirit vision quest thing.
A
The worst
pretty
way to put
intense
that.
one.
That's probably a better way to put it. Yeah, so as the storm started to pour in, and Sorn is just not wanting to even talk to anyone, let alone Solomon, his necklace glows, and all of a sudden, he feels rain on his face, and he's on a boat in the middle of the ocean. It's the same boat he's been on before.
But he's alone.
Right. Instead of being with Thor or Odin, he's by himself on a boat. The storm is getting worse and worse. And at one point, it crests, and I see the tree, Yggdrasil, and then poof, and then Sorn is thrown underwater, deeper and deeper and deeper, and getting crushed and blacks out. Then wakes up on the shore, looking at the ocean, turns around like, oh, it's the tree. Oh, that's a big tree. Which isn't surprising. I don't think it's surprising to Sorn. Like, at first, I'm sure it's shocking. It's like, holy crap, it's huge. But then it's like, oh yeah, it holds the 9 different planes of existence. Makes sense. It would be big, wouldn't it? And then he felt he saw a hole in the tree and felt like he was being drawn to it, but as he approaches it, he doesn't get any closer. And the storm kept getting worse and worse, and then it was like all of a sudden calm, and
You'd accepted it.
right. It's like, well, this is life now. And then woke up. And where it felt like time had lost all meaning, because he was there, Sorn's vision, he felt like he was in that vision forever.
Yeah.
It was only like a couple of seconds.
Because you were like, God, there's a storm coming, guy. That's weird.
Yeah, because
Darkness.
Yeah, well, because that happened after
Near
they were-
simultaneously when the storm
Yeah.
started to hit.
Yeah.
Solomon was
the
like,
storm.
the storm!
Yeah.
Right, because that's where you had thought back to the tablet.
Yeah, so now like things are starting to click in Solomon's head. Like he knows he has this mission from Pelor, and Pelor had told him something very ominous. He said that there was a great darkness, a great evil coming. And so that's why Solomon needed to partner with the Stormbreakers. And the tablet said something similar. Darkness is nigh. And
then the storm started blocking out the sun.
and so
Good Solomon, not gonna lie, hyper overcorrected.
He's like, oh snap!
If you were fishtailing, you would have been like,
Because you're like, holy crap, we gotta tell somebody! And Sorn just
Yeah.
goes,
Go
Yeah.
for
He
it.
turns into a microphone, just sticks his
I was
arm
like,
up in the air.
I was like, why the heck don't I have one of these bracelets?
You've been pining for one ever
Yeah.
since you saw. Like, yes. Do you talk to your wrist often? It talks to people.
Cool.
I want one.
I need one.
So yeah, I did one of these numbers, and I was like, guys, are you okay?
To which they're like,
To which somebody else answered first.
Lamb was like, yeah, I'm fine.
Who is
What do you want? Who is this?
And Solomon can't hear, of course. He's just shouting into a bracelet.
To which Soren's kind of just revealed, like, yes, they're fine. And because Leon will start to be like, all right, guys, yeah, I'm fine, but I'm leaving. Do you guys want the bracelet back? Because I can get it.
You can get it under one person's name. Who do you want? And Cal was
Cal
like,
was like, Solomon. Because Morena, as she had learned from the first time meeting her, could communicate telepathically.
Yes.
So she figured, let's give it to the guy that I don't think can do that. So,
Which I think is the most hilarious thing to me is how Solomon perceives everything. Because you say Solomon, and you're like, great. And it's like, how do you spell his name? And it's like, crap, I don't know. And then just Soren just going, spell your name. And just Solomon like, everyone's okay? Yes. Spell your name. S-O-L-O.
Solomon, real easy.
They're like, just like, you got a bracelet now. Yes! I think.
kid with a new toy.
Literally.
And so, I mean, there was nothing left for Solomon to do but kind of await what this ominous storm was going to bring.
Well, because we told you were going to get your bracelet today.
Yeah.
Or that day. So you were like Brandon JoJo, like a kid, running down to wait for the package to arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we go over to Zolto,
Yeah.
and you had discussed, and you learned that Morena had a pet mouse.
Yes.
Because he was like, I'll be with you, I'll be done in 30 minutes, and
Straight.
he added this thing for 2 gold, because it's a really easy enchantment.
Yep.
Literally, Artificer can do it like that. He literally just took money because he could.
Not surprised. I still owe him.
I'm gonna do whatever I have to.
I was like, it's only 2 more gold, but I still owe him like what, like another 150?
A lot.
Yeah.
So he finished. He gave you the Dagger of Duality, which is a necrotic on one end, cold on the other. That dagger with a hilt on it, they can take apart and you can use and put it together.
It's real cool.
It is a real cool item.
It reminds me of the
He made
things from the Blade movies that he has.
Yep, I made it.
Yeah.
So you can't have it. Unless you're a subscriber, and I'll make sure I can send it to you. Subscribe to us on Twitch. Ding.
Twitch.tv/DNDROLECALL.
So, and then he was like, get that mouse out of here.
Yeah.
You guys were like,
Cal was like, wait, that friend.
Well, he was like, dog.
Yeah,
Get
his
him.
Iron Defender came out, and I was like, no, get your mouse. Girl, get your mouse!
We're out of here.
Now, does she have the mouse through her background? Okay.
Yeah.
I was
So-
pretty sure that's how it was.
So you also...
Before leaving, Zolto had also mentioned that Leon had given him the bracelet so that he could make one for Solomon. And the way that it was explained was that
Was
it
this
was
piggybacking?
It was piggybacking off of Leon.
No, Leon has a ring or something
A
now that's
smaller trinket that's piggybacking on the bracelet
Oh,
that's
that's on
still
the
attuned to
bracelet, right.
Leon, but that's how Zolto can have it and Leon can still use it
Right.
because he gave him an item that piggybacks off.
Right.
So and he's like, when I change it, that's gonna go away.
And Cal was like, oh, you can do that. And he was like, yeah, I can. You want me to make another one? And I was like, you can
Yes.
do that?
It's easy.
Yes.
It's like it's my job.
Can you make one for her?
Give me yours and sure, it'll
Yeah.
piggyback off of yours.
Yeah. So, we made one for Morena, too.
So the gals are now running back to Hakar's in the rain.
To which somebody rolled real high,
Yep.
perceiving as you guys ran back, and Woodhull once again was like, weird. I
Woodhull.
passed by her on the street. She wasn't with them. I talked to them earlier. Why are they running together in the rain?
Because it's fun.
Let's go find out.
Just wanna
Hey
run.
boys, go
Hey,
do the
boys,
thing.
let's
Round
run
them
out.
up, boys.
To which boys were like, what's up, ladies?
Ladies!
Which instantly, and I love it, because they were just like, "What's a bunch of pretty girls like you doing out here?" And Hannah verbally just goes,
Ew.
it, was like, oh,
One of the most leering things she's done.
Yes.
She does that all the time. Ew. No. Hate it.
Now,
Gross.
had this been a situation where Cal would not have seen Woodhull, Cal might have tried to persuade or decept or...
But Cal knew.
But Cal was like, these look like guys that are working with Woodhull. So Cal was like, you know what? Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
well, because it should be noted that you know what happens
Right,
here.
exactly. And they drew their weapons.
They
so
Yeah.
Cal wasn't going to take chances.
You hit once and then you misfired. Luckily, actually. Because that
That triggered
exploded in a support beam.
Yep.
And you were like, what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
And I
immediately...
could see with my
And then
amazing
you're
vision.
like, sword things are going on.
And Hagar's like, Cal's in trouble. And Hagar's like, Cal's in trouble?
Because this is where I forget, like, as a clerk of the Twilight Domain, you have Twilight Sight. You see for, like, ever. So there's nothing like, I can't see that. It's like, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, plus your perception is really good. Your passive is really good. So even if you didn't have the Twilight, you'd still be able to be like, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going on. Okay.
Well, I meant
So
just because
this
it's-
is my role in the party. I
You're the
can
eyes.
see really good.
You're the lookout.
Hey,
You're
I
my
gotta
eyes,
be real
Goose.
honest with you. That's really useful.
It is. What's that over
You're
there?
like
Well, let me see.
You're the utility tool of the party, buddy.
Those are
Welcome
bad
aboard.
things, guys.
So you ran out. A car was like, we're closing. Greg, make the close.
Get out of the
Yeah.
store now.
He pulled out a great sword and was just like, doon, doon, doon. And someone was like, well, we're doing this.
Just rolled over and just
Yeah.
grabbed his like, do.
We'll make this long story short. They all died.
Yes.
All the bad guys
We
died.
kicked butt.
We kick butt.
But
But
Because of how things went, the girls got held, whole person got pulled away slowly, one by one got free. But at a certain point, one of them ran, was like, I'm out of here, threw Lyran, and ran.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that didn't die. And Woodhull was standing there going, around a corner. To which Solomon was like, we don't take kindly to that!
and Cal tried real hard to stop him.
You tried to stop a freight train.
I tried to stop him first by grabbing him, missed that. Then I tried the arms of Adar because I was like, it's gonna hurt him, but maybe it can stop him.
You,
Then just
He'll be fine.
that.
you slapped him and he broke through.
But I got myself stuck, and then Sorn
I went after him because I'm
tried to stop
faster.
him.
You dropped it, so it turned in and run through it.
Right.
Oh, okay. Go.
And then
Woodhull walked around the corner,
And then you turned that, or you got to that corner.
and he was like, bump, 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 da da da.
Great axe!
right to the chest.
And that was attack one.
yeah.
And that's where barbarians have more than one attack.
Bump, 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 bump.
And then, as he was walking away, he turns around and breath weapons.
Yeah,
just-
because as you walked away, you were like, I'm going to use my sense to like track him. I want to mark him. He's
Yeah.
You
mine.
now remember his scent.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, hey, what's going on?
It was like, Solomon, we need to stop. Oh no! To which he was like, "Yeet."
So
Solomon ended up at 19 hit points?
Yes.
19, yeah.
yeah. So technically, we won.
But
Technically.
at what cost?
Literally, at
For-
what cost? A lot of
Um,
pain.
And then, so at that point, you know, Hakar came out
He came-
and like picked you up and helped you
Yeah.
inside, and we sort of
I
like
healed myself a little bit.
sat down and started healing.
Which you're like, something smells like burnt bananas.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
realize-
It was
Yeah.
a mixture of two things.
It was the burned and the banana beard oil that was now
Had caused a major rash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put too much on.
Oops. Oops.
Oopsie doopsie.
Lyran helped a little.
Yes.
She shaped what she could out of it. You pulled the moisture out of it. Gross.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, it also helped that you
But
were in the rain.
Solomon is messed up.
Yeah,
At this
Solomon's
point.
very messed up.
Yes.
To which you talked and learned some more information about what was going on the docks.
Yeah. Long story short, we kind of talked about it, and we started realizing that maybe the people who were going to be coming after the slavers were Clockwork.
Yeah, it was one of those things
And
where,
that-
like, the more I thought about it, because since the car kept pushing, like, even the black skeleton want nothing to do with
I
that.
mean, which to Cal, it doesn't necessarily mean it is them, but
Of course, like it's the government.
The clockwork is very, like, hard set for Cal, Soren, and Lyran, so we've started going hard on the planet.
It's everywhere!
Yeah, I'd rather be overly prepared for clockwork.
And in talking about the clockwork...
As if things couldn't get any worse.
As if being...
Oh, sorry. I was going to bring up a name that was brought up that from our past.
Yes. Yes. So Lord Bellington was brought up.
Yes.
And if you watch the earlier episodes, Lord Bellington was supposedly dead. We had supposedly killed him, but his body was dragged off, even though we had given his soul to Fox. So this sort of surprised us because Akar was like, "Oh, I just saw him last week," and we're like,
What?
So
That's impossible.
that was bad. And then Fox wound up showing up,
Oh, he loved it.
which was great. Which was just great.
Wrong word.
Yeah. Hello,
Just
Stormbreakers.
great.
He didn't address you like that this time. He just cackled as he fell from. He just like gently went down from the banister.
Yeah.
So this is Solomon and Morena's first encounter with
Yes.
Fox, and
They were warned.
And
Encounters
even
never go
though
well.
Cal and the rest of the group had tried to say, "Don't make fun of his name," one of the first things Morena does,
Hi, he warps over to
Well, 'cause it
he
was-
warps over to Solomon and is like, "It's Fox with 2 X's," and Morena goes, "Want to make that 3?"
Which,
and everyone's like, "Oh no!"
Immediately,
no.
everyone was like, "No!" I was like, "She's just a child. She's just a girl."
But she cast a spell at her and caught a lot of things on fire, and because of her ring of evasion,
Yeah.
didn't do that
Real
much.
lucky, though.
He could have insta-killed her.
Yeah, he could have.
But he has an agreement. He can't do that.
Ooh, he's real evil.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like-
almost chaotic, so.
A possible warlock of Lilith.
Yeah. So then, he starts, doing his little expositional thing, talking about like clockwork and and how he
Gimme.
He
wants
offered.
clockwork.
He offered that he could pay them if the Stormbreakers brought him clockwork.
Ooh.
To which Cal was like, "Well, what if instead of paying us, you owe us favors?" And he was like, "Well, that depends on how much clockwork."
Right, and Soren's concern was like, I'm just concerned giving him clockwork. He's already been a big thorn in our side. I just have concerns about that. And Soren was willing to, like, it was we didn't get the chance. It was one of those things where it's like Soren was willing to put it up to the group because that's how he wants to decide things. Is that everyone's there, everyone kind of votes for it.
I mean, but nobody said anything.
Yeah,
So
it was just
it didn't get decided on.
Well, because Cal then was like, well, then we could ask for favors like have him not kill us in the Warlock games.
But
And
like,
he
no,
was
Dan's
like,
in
no.
No.
Cal was like, "Darn, worth a shot."
It was, and that's honestly that was asking for favors rather than money was a great idea as far as payment goes.
That's what I thought. I was like, no money, favors.
No money, no problems.
Right.
I mean, because with as powerful as he is and his connections, yes.
favors would be real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was concerned that if we were, he was going to do the same thing like that. We're like, we want this favor, and he's like, no, I reserve that right.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well, we
"Ah."
didn't really get the chance to discuss it because, as you found out, Chris, he kind of mentioned that his mother, Lilith.
Yeah. This whole session, a bunch of demon names just keep being brought up in association with the Stormbreakers.
Yes, at one point Cal had brought up Azazel.
You're like,
Yeah.
that's weird.
And
Like, I know these
Titavilis
names.
and yeah, like
Yeah.
Jeez,
Well,
we even mentioned things people like Mephistopheles and
yeah.
We did, yeah. A bunch of demons.
Yeah, and through all my clerical studies, I have heard of these demons. I don't know much about them, but now I am face to face with a
Yeah, sticky wicket with them.
yeah.
stuck in the middle with
Which
demons.
at some point the group's gonna have to sit down and talk about all this.
Ooh.
It's like so
There's
demons.
a lot of stuff we gotta fill our new people in on.
As Fox is just like toying and picking at everybody. Everyone else is doing the smart thing of like, just
Well, and that's because of our experience.
Buttoning
It's
their
learned
lips, right?
behavior.
but like listen, Solomon still pretty young and naive and
He also is like, you smell like the shit of Paylor.
Yeah.
Which is already not nice to say to a
Oh,
cleric
man.
of Baylor.
And he had also pushed Morena down.
He just went.
Yeah.
And that's not cool, bro. So the normally tranquil surfer dude that is Solomon, that persona melted away to a. I think I was literally glaring at Brandon
You were.
from across the table, and like Brandon kept looking over at
Gotta
me.
learn to separate
And-
real life
and-
from fantasy.
and the voice, in the Fox voice was just like, yes. Can I have something to say?
Can I help you? Oh, he knew exactly what he was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
You're trying to egg you on, and you did. Because you,
I said some things.
he said Lilith and Fox were less than everyone
That
else.
was
Yeah.
stupid number 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Which you actually got lucky with that too.
Yeah.
Because of the other spell that he could have casted, that was not one of the big damage dealing ones.
I
No.
should say, like, you could probably see me in the stream, but I'm just, like, looking through
He's
all my
like,
spells.
what can I do?
like,
I can do something. I bet I can.
Oh, gosh. Ooh.
Yeah, wait till a few higher levels, and maybe you can do something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But then, just the crappy little cherry on top, he decided to fling a
Pick
little
up a stone and
magic
just went.
stone at me.
Magic stone.
Pop!
Right between the eyes there.
Which is always funny to me just because when we did the Almighty 5 one-shot, you, as your character,
Yeah.
used it over and over.
Sarkikos
It's so
did
funny
so
to
many
see-
magic stones.
To see a villain, where we put villains in that, a villain to throw a magic stone at you.
Karma coming around at you.
It's so bad.
It's like that Easter egg that you're just like, ha, I get it.
So,
Yeah, and Fox was like, I'll be waiting for you to prove yourself. Don't disappoint.
Yeah.
Which I thought that meant he was going to take him on right there and then.
Yeah.
And just like prove a point.
That would have been Solomon would have been gone.
Yeah. So, at some point, Fox was like, "Oh well," and then left.
yeah.
Which,
Yeah, he said, I'll find something. I'll have you come back.
Yeah.
You're my favorite pets.
yeah, which Cal
Ooh.
was like, "We should have just said the favors thing. It's only gonna get worse." And sort of berated Morena for being like, "I told you
Don't
not
be
to say her
dumb."
name," as she was curing her. Like,
Young
don't
lady.
do dumb things.
Healing touch. Boom, boom, boom.
Right, basically. And then that was sort of
That was session.
yeah.
Yeah,
it
because
was-
this is where we were
A
going to...
lot more happened.
We were going to try and figure out a more solid game plan for the
Right.
night, which is what we'll be doing for the next session, I
And
imagine.
Solomon took the blood and on the non-self-cleaning armor put 2 X's onto his
So
armor.
he'll never forget that there's 2 X's in Fox's name. Not 3, not
I'm
7,
make a third one.
not 1, 2, just 2, only 2.
Solomon has a new kind of bloodlust after
And
Fox.
after being owned by
Woodhull?
Woodhull and then just being humiliated by Fox. There is pure vengeance running through this cleric's veins.
Yeah.
So
That'll be good.
I did good.
That'll be
I
good.
did
I'm
good.
sure that'll work out great.
yeah.
That'll
in the
go
end.
smoothly.
About as well as Cal's vengeance to want to try to kill a demon lord. It's gonna
You
go
took down-
great.
you took down one.
I was going to say, we
kind
did
of.
one. Yay!
Kind of.
Kind of.
So that's where that ends.
Yeah.
Is the entire group being like,
So we literally have like the rest of the afternoon, and then we're trying to plan for this.
It's the
upcoming-
dark time.
Yep. So we
Hate
will
that.
have to deal with that next episode, and we will see you guys
tomorrow.
tomorrow night.